Namaste. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny from JD Healing Vibes, and this evening I'm going to demonstrate with you a yoga asana series or posture sequence that is based around salute to the moon, or in Sanskrit, Chandra Namaskar. Chandra meaning moon, and Namaskar meaning salute or salutation. Now, the Salute to the Moon series, as opposed to the Salute to the Sun series, is a cooling series, where the Salute to the Sun, Surya Namaskar, is a heating series. Some people will describe the Salute to the Sun as a Yang yoga sequence, and then Salute to the Moon as a Yin yoga sequence. So the Salute to the Moon has many movements in it that are held for a little bit longer and based around more stretching than strengthening movements. And this evening I want to first demonstrate to you the sequence of movements done for beginners, and it will comprise a few gentler versions in the sequence, especially for those people who may have knee injuries, or perhaps they want to work a little bit more gently in some of the stretches. And then afterwards I will demonstrate a stronger or a more advanced sequence for those people who want to work some of the postures to a little bit more of an advanced level. So always best to try the gentler sequence first and ensure that you are able to perform that comfortably and with ease. And then after you've practiced that for some time, then move on to the more advanced sequence. Don't ever move into the postures and cause yourself any strain or pain. So you're just really focusing, when we're doing our yoga postures, on working to your capacity without strain and without injury. And over time, your joints and your muscles will become more flexible, and you will perhaps be able to, do more of the advanced work. But you don't have to. The gentler sequence is perfectly fine to stick with if that's the level that suits you best. So this particular sequence that we are going to be doing, the Salute to the Moon sequence, has a number of different postures, some of which are based on the actual moon postures in yoga, and they're particularly going to be working on stretching the hip joints. So this is a really good sequence for stretching and opening up your hip joints if you need to work on that element, and otherwise also particularly relaxing. So we want to focus on holding the positions so that we get into a deeper stretch. We're moving with awareness, and we're also using the breath, and I'll help to demonstrate that to you. So I do hope that you enjoy this sequence, and we're starting out with the gentler or beginners sequence, Chandra Namaskar. Namaste. So we will begin with Chandra Namaskar, the gentle sequence. So first of all, we're going to start with the Ardha Chandrasana posture, and in order to do this we will be on our knees. Now, should you need to have a little bit of extra support for your knees, if you have sensitive kneecaps or any kind of knee condition that requires a little bit of cushioning, then I suggest that you have with you a support such as this foam support. It's a little thin but nice strong foam support, or perhaps you might wish to use a cushion which you can place under the knee that we're going to be putting the weight on. So we're going to start off by working on the right side for this particular posture, and then we'll do the sequence, or we'll do the posture on the other side. So first of all, kneeling up. So I'm going to be demonstrating what will appear to you to be your right side. So you're going to be stretching out your right leg and you're kneeling up on your left knee. And should you require the support, you'll place it underneath that left knee so that it feels more comfortable. So we want the left knee and the right heel in line, and placing your hands on your waist. We're going to do a little loosening, limbering movement for the arch of the foot. So we're just going to bring the foot up and down gently. It usually helps to release out any tension or cramping that you may get in that foot. And then placing the toes down. If you're still not comfortable with your toes down, you can turn them a little bit to the side, or you can even leave them up if you wish. The pelvis should be forward, and we want to tuck the tailbone and the belly in towards the spine. Breathing in, bring your arms out to shoulder height. On your exhalation, bringing your right hand to your right leg and moving your left arm up over your ear. If you have any shoulder issues, of course you can modify that arm movement. If you wish to deepen the stretch a little bit more, then moving or sliding the right hand down the leg a little bit and looking forward or up to the ceiling, taking some deep, slow breaths. So this is a lovely stretch opening up through this side of the body, and we're also getting this lovely inner thigh and hip stretch here. And then as you inhale, slide the hand up the leg, bringing your arm up to centre. And then exhale, bringing your left hand down, resting it on your thigh. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, slide the left hand down the thigh and stop just short of the floor. And then breathing in, raising the right arm up and over your ear, and again if you need to, modify the movement. Looking up toward the ceiling as long as your neck is comfortable, and taking some deep breaths in. So breathe in and out slowly and deeply. And then as you inhale, sliding the hand up slowly, and then exhale, lowering the right arm down beside you. These ones are also quite strong on the core, so we need to just ease into and out of them carefully. Turn the right toes inwards and bring your right knee onto the floor. We're going to now be on both knees for the cat-cow movement. Should you need padding under both knees, then place a little pad under each knee. And coming down onto all fours with hands underneath your shoulders and knees hip width apart in line with your hands. So now the movements here we're doing are just nice releasing movements for the lower back with a little bit of pelvic floor strengthening. So we take a deep breath in, bring your head up slowly. The belly goes down, bottom goes up, and we relax the pelvic floor. On your exhalation, taking your head down, arching your spine up toward the ceiling, drawing the belly up and pulling the pelvic floor muscles up, and just holding that for a couple of breaths in and out. Try and keep the pelvic floor well contracted. Releasing and inhale, slowly bringing the head up, the belly down, the bottom up, and relax the pelvic floor. On your exhalation, reversing the movements, head goes down, arching the spine upwards, suck the belly inwards and pull the pelvic floor muscles up, contracting strongly, holding the pelvic floor lift, and keep breathing as you hold. And then breathing in, slowly bringing your back into neutral or the in-between position. Now we're going to step the right foot forward in line with the hands and moving into a runner's posture. Breathing in, lifting the chest and pressing forward into the groin. Hold the stretch for a couple of breaths in and out. So this movement is working on stretching into the pelvic groin area and the hips. Now breathing in, coming up slowly, bringing the knee and the heel into line, and then gently moving your bottom back just a little bit. So we're doing a little bit of a stretch to the back of the right leg, lifting the right toes up off the floor, and then placing the toes back to the floor. Hold for a couple more deep breaths in and out. And as you're holding, focus on keeping your neck in line with your spine. And then inhaling, coming back slowly so that you're now making a right angle position with the knee and the heel. Lifting the chest up onto your thigh, just holding that for a moment. And then bringing the palms together, fingertips in front of your big toe. Now this does have a little bit of strengthening. We're going to be moving into a pelvic stretch position. So we have to focus on engaging the belly muscles. Breathing in, slowly coming up and engaging the right thigh as well as the belly. Moving your arms up, level with your ears, and let the shoulders relax downwards a little, taking some deep breaths. So in this position, we are getting a nice stretch to the front of your left thigh. That's the way. Good. Now we're going to go into the crescent moon posture. Just be very careful with your neck and your lower back. On your inhalation, moving upper body back slowly. And if your neck is not straining, looking up toward the ceiling with a couple of deep breaths holding the position. Again, you'll be getting a good stretch to that left quadricep muscle. And then exhaling, folding forward, slowly coming down, bringing the chest down onto your thigh and bringing your hands either side of the foot on the floor. Tuck the back toes under and lift up the back knee, extending that left leg. Moving your left hand a little closer to your right foot. Now this is one of the strengthening postures. Mostly we're doing stretching postures, but this next one is a strengthening one. So we're going to do the revolved flank posture. So you're going to bring your left arm, right arm into the right thigh and look toward the right. If you do find that's a little strong, lower the left knee down onto the floor and moving on, holding the posture from that position there. Otherwise, a little bit stronger if the knee is off the floor. Keep focusing on some deep breaths. And then facing forward and bringing right hand to the floor, left hand a little over to the side again, and then gently lower the left knee and flatten the left foot out. So now we're going to move into a partial pigeon posture. We're not going to go into the full position as this is the gentler series. So just gently start to take your right knee outside your right elbow and roll a little to the outside of the right foot, lifting the chest and stretching through the back leg, just taking some deep breaths in and out. So this is working on opening up into this hip area on the right side. Good, and then bringing the right knee back inside the elbow and lifting the chest back into your runner's posture. And then moving the right knee back level with the left, and we're going to move into a stretched pose of the child for a little rest before we do that sequence on the other side. So just lowering your upper body towards the thighs on the floor. If you're finding that's a little bit strong on the shoulders, place one fist on the other and rest your forehead on the top fist, taking some deep, relaxing breaths in and out. And then on your next inhalation, slowly slide the hands up towards your knees and uncurling your spine. Either sit back on your heels if you're comfortable doing that, or you can kneel up if you have any kind of knee discomfort or knee injuries. So we've done one half of the gentler sequence and we're now going to do the other side. So once again, coming into the middle of your mat, kneeling up, placing. This time, if you need it, the support is going to go under your right knee because we're going to have the weight on the right knee this time. And stretching the left leg out, the knee and the heel in line. And then just doing that little loosening movement up and down for the arch of the left foot, just to do it. Stretch it out a little, preparing it. Bringing the toes down or to the side a little, or you can leave them up. Pressing the pelvis forward, making sure we're engaging the belly and into the buttocks area, so we're protecting the lower back. Breathing in, bringing your arms out to shoulder height. On your exhalation, bringing your left hand onto your left leg, and then slowly moving your right arm up and over your ear, looking forward or up toward the ceiling. Taking some deep breaths in and out. If you wish to move more deeply into the stretch, just sliding the left hand down the leg a little bit. Continue breathing slowly and deeply. So this is the Ardha Chandrasana, half moon posture. Breathing in, slide the left hand up the leg, coming back slowly to upright, and then exhale as we bring right hand to right thigh. And we're going to move into the reverse side. So deep breath in, and then exhale, sliding the right hand down the thigh just before you reach the floor. Open the chest, and then inhale, bringing the left arm up over your ear if you can, or just to where you can. Deep breaths, looking toward the ceiling under the arm. Focus on the breath. Good. Exhale, bringing the left arm down, and inhale as we slide the right hand back up the thigh, coming back to the center, turning the left toes in, and then bringing both knees onto the floor and moving into the cat posture on the hands and knees, and place the pad under both knees should you require it. Hands under your shoulders, knees hip-width apart. Breathing in, gently raise your head, belly down, bottom up, relax the pelvic floor. On your exhalation, slowly taking the head down, arching the spine up, drawing the belly upwards, pulling the pelvic floor muscles up toward the navel, tucking your chin towards your chest. Hold for a couple more breaths. Try and keep that pelvic floor engaged strongly. And release. Breathing in, slowly bring your head up, belly down, bottom up, relaxing the pelvic floor. Exhale, slowly reversing, head goes down, arch up the spine, suck the belly inwards, pull the pelvic floor muscles up, hold the pelvic floor contraction. Continue to breathe, a couple more breaths. Release, breathing in, allow your back to come into the middle or neutral position, and then stepping the left foot forward between your hands and pressing forward with the pelvis, lifting the chest, coming into runner's position where we're working on stretching into the groin, the pelvic area, stretching through that right thigh, and just holding for a couple of deep breaths. Breathing in, moving back, bringing the knee and heel into line, and then slowly moving the bottom back, extending that left leg, or straightening as much as you can. Lift up the toes to release the calf, and then if you can, place them back to the floor. Take some deep breaths in and out, keeping neck in line with the spine. So this one we're working on stretching the calf and the hamstring of the left leg. And then breathing in, moving back so that you're bringing your pelvis forward a little, the left knee and heel in line, and lifting your chest up onto the thigh. So now we're going to move into the pelvic stretch position, bringing the palms together, fingertips in front of the big toe on the floor. Engaging the belly and the left thigh. Breathing in, slowly coming up. So very careful. If you need to, you can place your hands on your knee, especially if you have any lower back problems. Coming up slowly to upright and bringing arms level with the ears. Dropping the shoulders down, looking forward, taking deep breaths in and out. And then breathing in, taking upper body back and looking up toward the ceiling as long as your neck is not straining, and deep breaths in and out. And then coming back to center, folding forward, slowly coming down and bringing the hands either side of the foot on the floor. Tucking back toes under, lift up the right knee, extending that right leg. Bring your right hand a little closer to your foot, and then turning to your left, bringing the left hand on the left thigh, looking towards your left. If you feel a little strong for you, lower the right knee to the floor and just continue as you are. If it's not strong, lifting the right knee and then bringing the left hand back and taking right hand out to the side. Lower the right knee, flatten the right foot. So now we're going to move into, so I just get down a little bit further so you can see a little bit more. So this is the partial pigeon posture. So we're taking left knee outside the elbow, rolling to the outside of the foot a little. So we want to open up into this hip joint, lifting the chest, holding there, pressing down a little more into the groin if you can, and just holding that lovely stretch into the left hip joint. Good. And then slowly moving the knee back inside the elbow, pressing forward again, coming back into the runner's posture again. And then coming up and tucking the left knee back next to the right knee, moving slowly into stretched pose of the child, into relaxation position, and taking some deep, slow breaths. Close your eyes, relax, and let go. And then moving your arms down beside your thighs into the pose of the child, releasing your shoulders and just focus on some lovely, relaxed, deep, slow breaths. And breathing in, gently uncurling the spine and slowly coming up, bringing your head up slowly at the end, either kneeling up or sitting back on your heels if you are comfortable. This series is suitable for most beginners and people who don't have any serious knee injuries. Some of the movements will need to be slightly modified for pregnancy, and so I don't actually recommend this series for ladies who are in the advanced stages of pregnancy. If you are in the early stages of pregnancy, then the movements should be fine as long as you are experiencing a good pregnancy. I have a little visitor that is bothering me a little bit, so I do apologise for that. And that concludes the Chandra Namaskar sequence, the gentler or beginner's version, and come back to join me for the stronger version a little later. Namaste.